Hello and welcome to Wireman's Whimsy. The last few videos I've done have been about the Hello Dear Friend all-inclusive card kit out of the brand new January to June mini catalog. Yay! So very excited the new catalog is out. So I've done a few of the kits, items from the kit, and I wanted to go beyond the kit, because the kits are all inclusive and you can absolutely just follow the kit. But if you've got some other supplies, you can kind of step outside what they've done. And so I've used the elements from the kit. I've used the leaf and the flower bud stamp, as well as the just a little note stamp. And I'm also using one of the die cut greeting pieces that will go on. Now, I did several iterations of this, trying to come up with the card. This one is all in blue. This one's kind of scattered. Then I tried to do a wreath, and then I tried to do just a kind of a circular piece, and I wasn't happy with any of those. But that's what you do. You just keep trying until you come up with something that you like. I really do like it with the leaves in Shaded Spruce, the flowers in Highland Heather and Misty Moonlight, and then the greeting in Misty Moonlight with one of the flowers just touched down there. So I have pre-stamped the leaves and some of the flowers just to keep us going here. So it's a Misty Moonlight card base, and then a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of white cardstock. And then, as I say, that element. So I am just going to finish stamping the flowers and do the greeting in the Misty Moonlight. And when I stamp this greeting, I'm going to do it just, this one I did in the center, I'm just going to do it up a little bit so there's more room for the flower at the bottom there. So I've got the stamp loaded onto the acrylic block, and I'm just going to ink it up and then just stamp it down and knock that off. There we go, just like that. And I'm just going to now, I've cleaned my stamp in between the colors. I am just going to go ahead and start inking it up in the Misty Moonlight and adding the flower to the stem. And the nice thing about the photopolymers, you can actually see through it, so you can see where you are putting the flower down. So you can have it just come off the top of that stem. And if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. It's just fine. And if you really don't like it, there's two sides to the paper. You just start again. And that, or you can just take a piece of scrap paper. It doesn't have to be cardstock, and practice your design if you don't want to use up your cardstock practicing. So one of the things that I thought about this, I did all the leaves first because I find it easier to do the leaves than to do the flowers first and then fill the leaves in. But what I've noticed is I've got some gaps, and there's not really room to put the leaves in there, like another set of leaves. So I'm going to just go in and I'm going to pop another flower in. Just like there's 2 flowers on that particular stem. And that's how you can do the graphics on here, adding a little bit of color here and there. I'm going to just stamp off. I'm going to put another flower just in here. You can see it's starting to fill in. What you can also see is I've got more Misty Moonlight than I have the Highland Heather. So I am going to switch back over, and don't mind the dog barking in the background. I apologize for that. I'm just going to clean off my stamp, and then I am going to start again with the Misty Moonlight. And I need to also put the flower on the bottom of the greeting. So I'm just going to load up the stamp and just pop it down like that. I like it just that little tiny bit, And I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to add some more floral elements to the card base. Keeping in mind too that at some point you're going to put this over top. So you can kind of decide where you're going to put it, whether you want it at the bottom or further up the top. And that can help you decide too where you're going to put any extra elements. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and I think I'll put one more in just over here. And then I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal to put this on the card base. And sometimes you just need to pull this forward a bit. There we go. And you just check mark it at the end, just so you don't lose your end. Make sure your card base is the right way around. You center your card front, and then you can put your dimensionals on the back and just give them a little bit of a push and they come right off. And then you place this down wherever you would like it to be. And I am just going to pop it right there. I'm going to make sure it's square and then drop it down. So there you go. That is taking the Hello Dear Friend all-inclusive card kit, adding some of your own elements to it, and taking it outside the box. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.